Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
All right. We have now been joined by our race winner, Martin Truex Jr., and our race winning crew chief, James Small. We'll take questions for both of them. If you have a question, please raise your hand within the Zoom platform and let us know if you'd like to speak to Martin or James, and we'll do our best to spotlight them as they provide the answers. So to kick us off, we're going to start with Bob Puckritz. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, for Martin, how long did it take you to get over the penalty at the start of the race?
How long did it take me to get over it? Sorry, you broke up there for a second. After I pitted, like 2 laps after I pitted,
on the track, but just like mentally and over the frustration of it.
Yeah, just like, two laps after I pitted or whatever, I was like, this is ridiculous, but I'm last now, so there's nothing I can do except for go forward. So yeah, I don't really understand what you're supposed to do in that situation. Like, I let the 11 get a nose out in front of me, like to get the launch first, like, I wasn't going to jump him. And then he spun the tires and stopped. Like, what am I supposed to do? Stand on the brakes and crash the field behind me? I mean, it's ridiculous, but yeah, I got over it fairly quickly because again, that's what it was. And we had to go forward.
And I mean, was your car, was it the best?
Your phone sucks, Bob.
What?
Let's see.
Can you repeat that?
Does on the last run, was that the best your car had been over the last like 150 laps during the night?
No. For whatever reason, those last 2 runs under green, it wasn't the best. I think the best run we had was when we fired off there to start stage 3 and hounded the 11 for a bit there and then passed him and drove off. I think that was about the best we were all night.
All right, our next question is going to come from Jordan Bianchi. Go ahead, Jordan.
I have a couple questions. I'll start with James. James, going into the playoffs, or let me start over. James, coming into the playoffs, was it important for you to get this playoff win? And does this feel different than other wins you've had during the regular season?
Yeah, definitely. Especially heading into Bristol. It's not one of our best tracks. We're a little bit hit and miss. So, to miss out last weekend, I thought, we could have got it done there and then, come back and hit it this weekend. And it's good. And it just helps with the bonus point situation, for the next round, especially with Talladega in there. And yeah, super important. And every win feels different, but they're never less exciting. We celebrate hard no matter what.
And then a question for both of you. How would you guys describe your communication during the race? It seemed like tonight, I don't know if you guys were joking or you guys were getting kind of, snippy with each other or what that was about.
Which part?
Oh, there was an exchange during
James is hard to understand on radio, and it gets me excited, and then he gets excited, and then we just go back and forth a bit. So it's kind of fun, actually.
Yeah, Martin's half deaf, I think, because he doesn't wear ear molds. So I blame it on that. Or I need a translator. Maybe I just need a translator. So
yeah.
Is it one of those things though that it quickly subsides, and then after the race everything is back to normal and all good?
Yeah, I mean, I can honestly say that like we've never really, I at least from my standpoint, I've never really gotten mad at him. Like we heat of the moment, we kind of get a little fired up, but I don't think we've ever like gotten mad and yelled at each other per se. Like I've been cussed out and cussed people out way harder than James and I have done. So it's been pretty good actually. And yeah, I think a lot of times I sound like I'm mad on the radio, like, and I'm yelling, but I'm not. It's so loud in there. I think I just try to yell loud enough that they can hear me.
Thanks, guys.
Our next question is going to come from Jeff Gluck. Go ahead, Jeff.
This is for James. The strength that JGR showed on the 750 tracks here to open the first 2 playoff races, you feel like that's something that you guys have picked up like to another level for the playoffs, or has that been the same speed you feel like you've had all year at these kind of tracks?
I feel like really it's been the same all year. It's just, we weren't very good as a company on the concrete tracks at like Dover and Nashville. We, whatever we had going on there, we kind of missed it compared to some of the other cars. But, the start of the year, I felt like as a company, we were strong. And obviously the last 2 races, and then I think even at Loudon, that the 20 had a really good run. All of us could have had a good run, but we had that incident at the start with the rain, and the 11 ran into issues on pit road, I believe. So, across the board, I feel like we're strong and we've been working hard, and, it's the bread and butter of the championship is almost 750 races now. So, it's important to be good.
Okay, our next question is going to come from Lane. Go ahead, Lane.
I think she meant me. So this question is for Martin. Martin, your confidence at this track has got to be sky high now for a guy that supposedly could never win on short tracks. But on that last run, Denny was coming. Were you guys saving a little bit in case you needed it if he got close, or how did those last 10, 12 laps play out when you knew that he was a little bit faster?
Yeah, I mean, when you're out there far enough that you understand they're not going to catch you. You're just trying to, log laps and hope that the caution doesn't come out. And so it's nice to be on that end of it. Obviously, I think last weekend we were on the opposite end of the spectrum. We were coming and ran out of time. So yeah, just it worked out the way we needed it to, obviously. And I would say the last run wasn't our best one by any means, but we had a big enough lead there. Once the 18 had a speeding penalty, that we could kind of be a little bit cautious in lap traffic and then just take care of it to get to the end.
All right, our next question is going to come from Adam Cheek. Go ahead, Adam. Adam, can you hear us?
Hey Martin, you had kind of that quiet summer stretch, and it took you a while to get back to victory lane, kind of like it took Denny a while to get to victory lane this season. So, what does it mean to get back there, and how are you going to use that momentum going forward?
I certainly hope so. The summer was tough. We had a lot of tough luck and a lot of crashes, and got caught in the rain a few times, and some crazy things happened to us. So I felt like we brought good speed all summer. We had good cars for the most part, other than, as James mentioned, the concrete tracks really, kind of whipped us. But in general, I think we felt good coming into the playoffs. We got a lot of questions about, how we felt about our team, and I was straight up saying that I felt good about it. We've had speed, and our guys are doing a great job. So I certainly hope we can take advantage of the momentum and this win, and a few extra bonus points for the next round. And you never know how things are going to go. So obviously happy to win here this evening. It's a big day, and had a great car, and this place has been good to us. So just got to keep our heads down, keep focused, and take them one at a time.
All right, we're going to go back to Bob. Bob, did you have an additional question? All right, I don't think so. Any other questions for James or Martin? All right, we're going to go to Kelly Crandall. Go ahead, Kelly.
Thank you. Hey, Martin, it took you so long to get the short track run. I remember how we were just always on that train of when are you going to win a short track. Now you've won 3 of the last 5 races at Richmond. What is it about this place? Did something click? Did you pick up on something, or how have you gotten so comfortable here lately?
Honestly, nothing really clicked. It wasn't like one thing we did, or, it was just kind of a work in progress more than anything. And, honestly, I've always felt good at this racetrack and had some really good runs years ago in other cars with other teams. Honestly, it's more just, great equipment, a great approach to the racetrack. Really, once we got in Gibbs cars and I guess 2016 is when we really turned the corner on, being one of the guys to beat every time we come here. So we certainly gave a few away here in the past, and to have 3 is pretty awesome. So feeling lucky to have great equipment, and always look forward to coming here.
All right, our next question will come from Davey Siegel. Go ahead, Davey.
Hey, this one's for Martin. You mentioned that, James kind of riles you up on the radio and, you get kind of flustered with some of the stuff he says. Can you speak to that a little bit more? And is it a positive thing? And, when you win races, he's going nuts on the radio. What do you think of that? And just his antics on the radio, I guess you can say, and how it affects you.
Well, when he goes nuts when we win, that's the best part. That's exciting. That's, he works so hard, obviously. And, he's so dedicated to what he does. He's supposed to be fired up. He's supposed to be excited. So we all are. And that's, these races are so hard to win. But him and the engineers and all those guys, man, they work so hard. I can't even explain, the determination they have. So yeah, that's great. And I would say that, I would say that it doesn't really get me too fired up on the radio. It's just, I think it just sounds that way. I have a hard time hearing him all the time when he gets excited. So that's the biggest problem. Other than that, I would say that, I stay fairly calm, and, not much really, gets me rattled. So I think it's more just, I sound excited because I'm trying to yell loud enough they can hear me, because I can't hear them. So it's like it messes with you.
James, I know that when you won your first race with Martin back a couple of years ago, you were talking about how everybody in Australia was going nuts and they were all up and they were texting you. Do they still stay up to watch your guys' races, and do you still hear from them whenever you guys run well and win races?
Yeah, for sure. Most of them are locked down these days, but yeah, they watch every race. They follow. There's a whole bunch of people, and I've got 100 messages here from people out there right now. So they're big supporters of our team, and they love it.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, Martin, James, congratulations again on the victory. And we appreciate you spending some time with us, and best of luck next weekend in Bristol.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.